Hello, fellow wanderers. I'm Endri, and thank you for joining me as we wander through some more Sunless Sea. And we're in the Roser's Wharf, and someone here wants to buy some Scintillac for 105 echoes each. So that was definitely worth doing. Let's speak to the merchant adventurer. You want soup or moocher salt? Zoop will be by far the easiest of those. Let's check out London. No. I'm going to say London. Let's carouse the docks. We are fortunate. Lost 5 terror. Lost 10 echoes. Gained some news. We found the likely lass. We'll spend some time with the likely lass. Awesome. Who's our new recruit? Geomagician! Yes, sir. I would love to hang out with you, sir. Good afternoon, my lord. Perhaps I could do your engine some good. No? Haha, I'm quite the engineer. Difficult to credit, isn't it? But here are my references. Welcome aboard. I'll get to work below. Perhaps I should change out this jacket first, of course. And he is a engineer. We could pick up the gift here. Instead, we're going to... Oh, and that was actually one thing I wanted to do. I wanted to go into our hold. And we have... Where is it? 2 pieces of strategic information. We can combine them if we want. And the higher our mirrors, the less valuable the thing we have to spend on this. We could spend a Z story or very distant shore. We have one of each, but we're going to just pick one. It doesn't really matter. And we are going to submit a vital intelligence. What? What's that? Tell me quickly. I'm glad you brought this to me. I'm a colleague of sorts, a diplomat so-called. I will tell you because I trust you. This diplomat will pay better, but I will put the information to better use. He leans forward. There are powers in this world I cannot speak of. There are affairs in the Navy I am not proud of. Bring me more information like this, and we can see to set matters right. 350 echoes. Not bad. And we've increased our supremacy of London. Admiralty's favor. Anything in particular you need? Did that just say Avid Horizon again? Yep. Well, we have a reason to go north at least. And not just because we need the Zoop. I have a friend that this diplomat lair near Mansion's Pyre at a second floor office above a gymnasium for pugilistic ladies and gentlemen. Your conversation is punctuated by distant sounds and blows, shouts and blows. Diplomat smiles fondly at the sounds. I have a friend, the diplomat says casually, who would be grateful for passage somewhere else. The Conate, for instance, or Port Carnelian. Yeah, I would actually really like to get this. A name and an address. Both are probably temporary, but that's all you'll need. Fantastic. I wanted an agent. What kind of diplomacy is involved? The kind of diplomacy that doesn't get written down. I'm attached to the Admiralty, not the Foreign Office. London is not what she was, but she still has interests abroad. Look after this best I can. I do hope you're patriotic enough not to ask for too many details. We are not going to be working with her except to get the agents. Because I do want those agents. We can go to the tattoo parlor now. I got a Z story. Sure, let's get a tattoo. Also drops my terror down a lot, which is fairly nice because we were getting fairly high. And 2 veils. Cool. Anyway, our port reports. Well, no. Shops first. We need to go and sell a whole bunch of stuff we picked up. And Scintillac sells for 70. We'll pop that down until we've only got 1 left. Oh, and of course, we should talk to our officers. He's a chief engineer. He gives veils, mirrors, and -1 hearts. There's good and bad things about him. Ask how the magician came to be an engineer after a meal of salt pork and a glass of good Greyfields. He gestures carefully with the hook. It makes card tricks difficult. When we know about mechanisms, we magicians, my specialty was mirrors, but there are principles in common. It was a good start, and I found that I need to go to sea. Why? Because, my lord, someone owes me a hand. Once a friend, now an enemy. I'm looking for a weapon to use against them. If once we find it, I may have a favor to ask you. Fight a serpent impage. Well, that means we need to go to Irem. Yes, we do. We also need to go to the Uttersh room, but those are in opposite directions. I'm not sure which one we're going to do first. Anyway, we have some more hold capacity, so now we can turn these in and get our fuel. We failed. That's all right. We've seen all these before. We have a visit from Mr. Sachs, which is not a bad thing, but not the best per se. We have 17 fuel and 5 supplies. I would like to get a few more supplies if at all possible. Yeah. So we got a few things we want to do. I'm going to get up to 10 supplies. And I think what I will do at this point is have us sail the southern waters. In here. So we'll sail south until we reach the canal. And then we'll sail east. We've got many places to go. We may actually want to find the Grand Geode as well. Lots of places to go, lots of things to do. Actually, we're going to go way south. We're going to do a kind of weird little zigzag. We'll actually explore the coast, head to Port Carnelian, and we'll head back up. We've got a few more points of interest discovered, but I need to stop by Port Carnelian. Well, we might get lucky. We might find what we want at the Iron Republic as well. Goodbye, Sir Crab. What's nice about these little crabs here, besides the fact that I can kill them in one hit now, 25 fragments every time you kill one if you don't want to use them for food. Which means you could actually get secrets off of them fairly easily. Something to keep in mind if you're looking to get a few extra fragments just to get that next secret. We did lose some stats going through our jaunt of Frostborn, Frostfell, oh, whatever it is. Don't you dare forget me. I'll keep the locket because I would like to. And we're going to go to Quaker's Haven. We will chat to the fishermen. We will visit the hilltop, which gained us terror. But it got us some fragments. I think from now on I'll just wander the beach. And we'll continue on. We don't really have any reason to stick around Quaker's Haven. Fortunately, if we ever go there and the bad event occurs, we'll get through fairly unscathed because we've got the appropriate traits. Which is nice enough. I won't be avoiding any combat at this point because there's really no need to. Hello, Mr. Oral Megalops. Well, I guess I won't run straight towards him just because he's not heading my way, but if he decides to engage us, we'll have some fun. Keep him targeted just in case. Nah. He'll leave us alone. To the canal we go. Still a couple places we have to find. We still have to visit Wisdom in the Sea of Lilies, but that's not a big deal. It's not horrendously hard to find. We're going to stop in here, pick up some rumors and such, port reports. We could go to the surface, but at the moment I don't particularly feel like going to the surface. Oh yes, we need to come here. A riddle. There are 10 individuals in a room, one of whom is an ancient tyrant. How can you distinguish him? Answer. Organize a private library for a picture of him beforehand. Knowing the enemy. Send a rail sound throughout the port. You carry a letter to one of the law-moored, half-legal ship hostels. You prop the letter to the porthole of what the Galavat assures you is the cabin of a French diplomat. He descends swiftly, leaving you to carry the letter away. Half an hour later, the Galavat is back on your deck. He polishes his ruby cuffs. See the face of eternity printed in ink. It was a terrible face. Listen for surface gossip. Ooh, moves on the great game. That's useful. And we'll continue on. We'll head down to the Grand Geode. We're going to find Port Cornelian. I guess we could find Adam's Way while we're down there, but I'm loath to do so. I don't like finding Adam's Way, though we're going to have to go there eventually. I'm going to have to show it off at the very least. Anyway, to the Iron Republic we go. That should be Adam's Doom right there. Yep, Adam's Doom. I think I've gone by that a few too many times now. Gathering up quite a few secrets, which will be useful, especially if we visit Irem. We could pick up some things that we might otherwise have trouble finding. Though there are almost always better ways to get certain things. We would like to do the last tour as well for the Venderbright. I haven't shown it off, and it will be handy. Should have picked up a Creative Souls, but I think I could pick some up somewhere else. Oh, the Irrepressible Cannoneer. Awesome. I was hoping to find you. We're definitely going to compile a port report. Hey, we gained 2 pages. Memory Resistant Shores and a Tale of Terror. Fantastic. Gate of Terror for opening up the shop, but the shop has... could have sold a Scintillac for a bit better here, but not going to bother. I will, however, pick up a bunch more fuel, and we will head on our way. Since fuel is cheap here. Oh, I forgot to put the gunner in her spot. I'm not going to talk to her quite yet. I'm going to wait till we get to the Melting Isles, where I'm sure we can get a little more... Oop, I'm going to turn off our lights real quick, because I do not want to fight that sucker. He will end my days, to say the least. All right, buddy. You just go away now. Nope, I don't want to fight you. There's Castle Clare, which means, yep. I was gonna say we should be fairly close to Grand Geode. And I'm fairly certain I've shown off all there is to show off in the general part of this place. But they're ships that really don't like me, which makes me sad. I don't think you could ever make them like you. I think they're always going to hate you. Let's speak to someone with authority. Memoir Sunstroke, The Light is Pretty, Memory Distant Shores, Lost 5 Terror. Cool. Pile Port Report. So, one thing to keep in mind here. Oh, we get the Cornelian Exile. I'm not going to. I'm not going to be using her this run at all, for reasons. So one thing is we have Memoir Sunstroke. Katarok is smiling to his acolyte off his crystal clear wall. Of course, he says, glad to help, but we need to cover expenses for an element. That only produces so many, you know. So it costs 7 crew, a vital intelligence, and 50 supplies. Note, you can't buy supplies here. Very hard to get it that way, though if you want to keep the Memento Mori and get the Impellant... We'll get to that. Fugilant Impeller. Well, I think that's what it's pronounced. It's the only way you can do both. That being said, probably just going to give up on the Memento Mori and just carry a lot of torpedoes. Costs money per shot, but It's really hard to get the supplies and the crew down there to buy that. It's sort of possible, mind you. And yeah. The problem is by the time you want to turn it in for the piece to turn into the fuselage impeller, and you already have a better ship, so you'll already want to have had the fuselage impeller, and it's, yeah, interesting that way. Oh, the waxwood is all the way over here? Oh, that's no good. I was actually really hoping to avoid the waxwind. Oh. We made it to Port Carnelian. Port Carnelian, yeah. Wow, waxwind's actually hitting us all the way over here. Her house is built in tall, protracted London style, red brick and white plaster, decorative iron railings, painted black. Its mistress is the subject of intense colonial gossip, independently wealthy, an industrialist daughter, a widow, unwelcome in London. What then does she want with you? An invitation to ride as soon as you docked. Wouldn't hurt to have the backing of a wealthy benefactor. This will begin a quest which will allow you to obtain a submarine. You've picked a sizable gathering, but it's just you, her, and a decanter of admirable sherry. She's not a small woman and comprehensively occupies the armchair. She wears sensible satins and sensible shoes. Her hair is impeccably curled. I've heard a number of shocking things about you, my lord, all of which I consider thoroughly promising. Her accent has a hint of Midlands melancholy to it. She must have spent much of her life on the surface. For a time she asks questions about your travels and listens vividly to your answers, then she gets down to business. A question, my lord, she tops up her sherry. Some years ago, the nations of the East struck an agreement to abandon their research into submarine travel and leave the Z's untouched. Ah, the agreement about nothing of consequence. Sailors mutter about it when listening to the Admiralty's follies. Listening to the Admiral's follies. You nod. She raises her glass to her lips. And what is your opinion about it? It's nonsense. Nowhere should be forbidden for a capable explorer. Your style is conspiratorial, and we can help each other. I'm prepared to finance, in large part, improvements to your ship that will make it capable of submarine travel. The Admiralty and the other powers disapprove of such innovation. Therefore, we need to be discreet. I have procured experts, laborers, and workshops. They are well paid and loyal. Here's the address. Meet us there, and we can bid our work. Contribute nautical know-how. Some contribute ingenuity, others graft. When you see what you contribute is hard work. Hands-on experience with the Z. Spend Z story to increase experimental modifications by 20. So with 3 Z stories, we could increase. That's not bad. Specifically, apply what bribes the philanthropist cannot be associated with. 75 echoes, which give us 25, which actually isn't bad. Outlandish artifacts will get us 60. That's pretty good. Stygian ivory is 20 per one. Advanced theory is extraordinary implication for 100. Huh. Let's do that. I'll have to rework these hydraulics, the chief engineer exclaims, her eyes ablaze, but it'll be worth it. She works for 3 days straight, and in the end have to pry her spanner from her hands and stir laudanum secretly into her tea to convince her to take a break. No one can make head or tail of the changes she made to the pipework, but the engine's whirs like moth wings. You now have 100. You can trade Z stories, sitting iron, implication to increase this. You have 2 intriguing snippets. That completed it just by itself. That is fantastic. The engineers have reached an impasse. It's the sonar. It's unreliable, loud, and stops working below 70 fathoms. But the Admiral and the Khanate must have cracked this back in the day. The engineers burned with conspiracy theories about the old submarine programs. Before the agreement about nothing of consequence, London's Admiralty conducted their submarine research at Station 3. The location of the Khanate's research base is unknown. Number of scientists relocated to Scon's Shadow. Perhaps one of these locations has the information you could use. So, one or the other. I'm not sure which way we're going to go with that, because I haven't actually done this before. I want to work with the governor, which will get us a port report. We've seen that before. I know that. We could pan for sapphires in the jungle if we want. We'll wait a bit. We are going to install an agent. The agent vanishes in the Carnelian crowds. Within a week, they have found lodgings, friends, rivals, and victims. On a subsequent visit to Port Carnelian, you'll be able to grow your network. or tap it for information. As it grows, you'll be able to affect the balance of power in Port Carnelian. We gain a network. We lost 100 echoes. And find out what our spies need. So we can use 2 secrets or a 72% chance with our authority. We succeeded. You sit together at a pantomime while the excitable audience roar at the stage and your counterpart make promises, trade lies, and draw boundaries. The negotiations are fierce. When you shake hands on them, you know you have the better deal. You part ways as the performance degenerates into a slapstick. Cream pies begin to fly. We gained 1 move in the great game. Very nice. Port Carnelian opportunity is gone, and our port is now better. We can get vital intelligence by using their abilities. Let's see what they need, though. 36%. We'll seek another opportunity next time. No problem. I think we're... Embassy clerk at exfile documents. Unfortunately, they're inconveniently moral. Prisoner's honey and mushroom wine. Moves in the great game. 49% chance with our veils. That's... ouch. Tell you what, though. I'm going to just handle the secrets, because why not? No spy can resist these secrets and maintain a shred of professional respect. Your quarry betrays himself, ready to pursue him into the fungal jungle. Matter ends with knives in the violet shadows and blood on the stalks. Uh, 32% chance. That's unlikely to happen. And 7 Tales of Terror. So we'll keep that in mind. We need Tales of Terror, among other things. Anyway, this is Port Carnelian. We could buy fuel and supplies. We can buy sapphires here. Yeah, not too bad. What's our chance? 44% chance to make it through the to pan for sapphires. I'm good. Anyway, there's Port Carnelian. I would like to know what is north of here, so let's find out, shall we? There's a whirlpool and another whirlpool. I think they're pretty much always like that. Not horrendously dangerous or anything, though moderately annoying. I would like to get away from the wax wind. I really don't like it. It slows you down a lot. Oh, I forgot to buy coffee there, didn't I? I meant to buy coffee there. Well. Ah. We're near the college, actually. That's good. You're a pirate frigate. Good to know. Well, if you leave us alone, we'll leave you alone. Yeah, I meant to buy coffee. I forgot to buy the coffee. I will do that in a moment. Is this the... This is not the lowest tile we could find. Or this is the lowest tile, but this isn't the only thing we could find directly north of us. But that's alright. Stop by the college here anyway. Engage Maybe's daughter, sure. We'll pick up a friend for Venderbite, because we promised we would. We'll compile a port report for certain. There's a lot of stuff you can do here, though most of it's kind of silly and worthless. Let's go ahead and gather supplies. And since we're here now, why don't we go ahead and talk to Oh, right. She requires torpedo components and fuel and all sorts of stuff. Better to talk to her inside of London where you can replenish the supplies. But invite her to dine with you. Oh, that would use up our strange catch. I don't want to use up our strange catch. You can talk to her later. What should I take? Just a supply? We'll talk to her later. Besides, we've got lots of other quests we're doing as well we need to take care of. Alright then, we'll head back to the port, because I'm silly and forgot to buy, I think, a thing of coffee. Hi, buddy. Tell you what, we're going to have some fun with you. Oh, look, you let us behind you. Oh, yeah, there goes. There goes almost 30 damage to you. That's, oh, you just lost 2 crew there. That's probably unpleasant for you. You lost some more crew. You're not running so well there. And you're dead. Fuel and supplies. And more supplies. We have too many supplies. Okay. Hi. Yeah, there we go. We'll just say hi to you and bye to you. You don't need to talk to you at all. We do need to be careful when traveling south here because we do have the vortices. We would probably rather not run into. And they're going to be annoyingly difficult to see the edges of. And I see the other reason why we're going to go north. I'm going to turn off these lights too. Those are blue profits over there. Yeah. I'm good. I'm good not. Yeah. Think we should go pan for some sapphires? I think we should. Why not? It'll be fun. So yeah, we're going to have a hard time sailing east from here. Tell you what, let's go pan for sapphires. Can't Tale of Terror. You do that anyway. So there's a few things we could do. We could shore up the governor's rule. Help them. Anyway, with vital intelligence we can help the London, and we're going to help London. That's our main goal this time. Anyway, 1 sack of coffee. That's all I want. Blue profits just had to be there. I know it looks like they're flying really close to me, but the space they take up is absolutely huge compared to the actual size of the creature. We'll be okay. That is going to make getting to Adam's Way slightly more annoying. To the point where I probably won't bother. I'm mostly looking for the Utter Shroom anyway. Not so much because I want the Blemigans. I really don't care. Purely because I want to make a trade. Anyway, we've got lots of points of interest out here in the Sea of Autumn. I still feel like we're very slow. Ah, well. I'm not worried about fighting the Autumn Islands in particular. Now I know where the college is. It would get us more secrets, but I'm kind of already hoarding a lot of secrets that I don't really need. This should be Isle of Cats. Yep. Hello, Isle of Cats. We could make a lot of money with you. Needs Visages around here too, and we should probably do Visage, but I'm going to wait until I've got a flare so I can show off the other endings to Visage. We showed off the good one. We'll show off the bad one next. Hello. Salt Scar Navigator said he tasted memories of the failed expedition against an immortal city. Where's what it gave it to him? Pile port report. This is actually where we had to head next. Was oh, the frost found, right. Wait, what happens if we do... Where you taste... Oh, right. This is for the other one. This is for our ambition. Reports are all the same. Isri manages the honeyed tongue, a den of exceedingly select and debased pleasures. You have to win their favor if you taste the honey. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead and get the poetical welcome. We've read all of these. Not too worried about that. So... So I need to help Isri? So Z stories, fragments. Ask what red honey is. Nearby courtesan's outrage lifts infinitesimally, but his reply is practiced. When lamplighter bees suck the nectar of the crimson strain of exile's rose, they are driven to madness. They enter the brains of humans and harvest their memories. Shudders as though imagining the process himself. Everything instilled in red honey. Each sip is a burst of memory on the tongue. It's deliciously awful, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. So, these stories... or secrets... fantastic. That's going to be a pain to do. Well, the fragments won't be too bad. We can actually farm a few while we're here. Probably just by finding a couple more points of interest. Like Visage, that should be somewhere over here. There's Visage. There's the Reef of Roses. Let's go turn in some fragments, shall we? We've got a few now. Still haven't found the Udder Shroom. I assume it is then directly to our east. Either that or the Fathom King's Hold. Not sure which at the moment. Honey Tongue. Go ahead and comfort a Z Captain. They're all tending the gardens now, she wails and begins to weep again. My poor crew. You wait for a hitch in the slabs and inquire further. Slow, delicate business, drawing answers out of her, but you are nothing if not perseverant. Seems her crew is conscripted by the Lady of the Gardens, and that their duties are something far worse than horticulture. You leave her reciting the names of her lost sailors, commending them to Salt's mercy. And we can go ahead and do it again. And there we go. We need two more, and then we'd be all set to talk to Isri. That may be a bit, though. And we have a few. Another 100 would do us well, I would think. We may waste some time on this. Oh. Well, that got us some fragments. I would rather not fight him. Monsters are a pain to fight. Mostly because they don't really care about where your guns are. Ah, goody. Mike could sell it. Word I can use. Mushrooms! Myselgaia. Right. Things to find and things to do. I can't remember what we needed at Frostfen anymore. It's probably bad. I'll have to go check again. Gather intelligence. Hey, we got 2 docile Blummigans. That's nice. Visit the village. Got a Tale of Terror. Fantastic. Trade honey. Don't care. Can't do it. So we don't have the time a healer that lets us trade in our strange catch. Fine. Brrr. What did we need? I don't remember anymore what we needed for the sigil-ridden navigator. Whoops. So directly north would just take us to Nuncio. So now the Fathoms King Hold is over here. I do need to go south too. I need to go north too. I need to go to Irem at some point. Well, I guess we can continue this way. I have no interest in going to the Fathom King's Hold, but we could go to... Terror is going to become a problem. Terror is going to become a problem indeed. We'll do what we can, though. Oh, it's been a long, long part, though, so I guess I will meet you at the next port. So until our paths cross again, have fun and stay safe, everyone.